almost on with the Nearly Historical Railroad channel. So in this video, later on towards the end, somebody showed up at the train room, and that was really cool. My dad and I were over at the Palisades. We were literally talking about this person, and they called, and they like showed up later in the night. So stick around for that. This is the last video of the year. So Happy New Year's. Personally, I say let's forget about 2020. Let's skip 2021, see what 2022 brings. So in this video, we're gonna get back to the Palisades. We're gonna go out to the train room and see where we're at with that. But before we do that, let's go to this real quick. Okay, so I think I need some rock that is more gray for the Palisades area. So I used Google Earth and looked like found a gray area not too far from my house, actually, a place that I kind of go mountain biking and whatnot. So we're gonna see what we can get. Hopefully I don't run into any other hikers and have to explain why in the world I'm collecting a little bucket of rocks. Oh well, whatever. Right. Almost more dirt and rocks though. So I don't know if this will work. Here, not so much gray dirt, but a little rock. In fact, it's kind of granite looking. I think I'm going to collect some of this. Alright, I think this has worked out good. There's still a little bit of dirt in here too, but the size, a lot of dirt in there now, but the size of these rocks I think are gonna be nice. So we'll have to see how the color looks, but I think it'll be closer than the other stuff I've got already. And this has got kind of little speckles in it, kind of granite-y looking. So that's cool. Also just got some just straight dirt from here. So we'll see how this will look. Just, you know, time will tell. We'll see. But it's closer than the stuff I have already. The color of it and whatnot. So it's good. Options, got options. All right, so over there's the Palisades. And I brought my rock over and kind of looked at it, and it's gonna work out much better. So let me show you just where we're at right now at the Palisades. Then I'm gonna start, I don't know, sorting, sifting, mixing dirts and kind of see what options I have and start doing some scenery, more scenery, get some actual dirt and rock and maybe get a talus going and all that. So that's my goal at the moment. Here's the Palisades. This area right here is all gonna be talus. And here's the rock that I picked up. And it's actually, it's a little darker, I think, but I think I'm just gonna put it on. Then I can maybe come back and maybe paint it a little bit to get it to match a little better. But this matches much better than the previous rock I got. Also, while I was there, I grabbed this, which is pretty much just dirt. I don't know if I'll use it or not, but we'll see what happens. Let me show you the original stuff I picked up, hoping to work with this. So this is the original bucket that I kind of got for this area. Not quite gonna match. However, I think it's gonna match this stuff down here really well. Right? Check that out. It's like it came from here. So this will get used in here, probably untouched, unmodified. So I like that. That's really cool. So this is what it looks like now. I think I'm gonna start with this area up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think start mixing some dirts and sifting things and sorting, see what I come up with. Maybe start doing something up here, maybe start doing some talus down here, see what happens. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll see you in a moment. Okay, let's go check in on my dad. He's working on this retaining wall over here on the standard gauge layout. Here's this retaining wall that he was kind of been working on. So it's got the backside carved up. I can't get over there at the moment, but yeah, looking pretty good. In this area up here, we're gonna talk about this at some point. You've kind of been seeing it here and there, but you don't even really know what we're doing with it up here. So, of course, we haven't known what we were doing with it for several years. The plans changed a few times, but we'll go over that a little bit. Okay, time has passed quite a few times, hours. So, got lots of dirt, lots of rocks, and mostly glue. So everything is wet right now. So the gray rock I got already, I think is probably gonna be a little too dark, and I'm thinking of lightening it up later. At the moment, it's all wet, so it's really dark. So just keep that in mind. It's mostly glue we're looking at. But my Talus, you're gonna have to work on that as we go. I gotta come back later. So let's show you what we got on the old Palisades area and the Kenosha Pass area also. Here we are. I've got dirt on things and quite a bit of rock and different sizes of rocks and dirt. I planned this upper part to be mostly trees, a lot of pine trees, so that'd be kind of cool. And then got all the little rock down by the tracks and all that. So again, it's all pretty wet, so it should get lighter as time goes by. And may come back and do even more glue. And this in here, you know, a little iffy. Come back here, hold on. This in here is gonna be a little iffy if it's gonna be talus or dirt. Kind of same thing with kind of up in here. Down here will be talus. I don't really have that up there, but down here I have, but I really have to just let this dry before I can add another row across here because it just all falls down. This has got to be solid before I can go any higher with that. Again, it's dark, it's wet, and it's still probably gonna be a little darker than I wanted, but I'm thinking I can come through with some kind of tan wash or something, and that will work out. So, get up in here also. And here, kind of down this way, started mixing rocks a little to get the other stuff in there, and this is looking really good. I really like, I don't have my tunnel portal in there, but really liking the way this look. This rock that I have for this matches like perfect. That is really cool. Probably gonna get more rocks up in this area in here, but it's all covered well with dirt. That's good. I got a little bit darker dirt over here because it does need to start blending in with kind of what we're doing over in this area. So I just gotta wait. I can't do any more tonight. I gotta wait and let this dry for a few days, see where I'm at. Let's see where to go from there, but this is looking nice. I'm quite happy with this. I kind of ran a track cleaner through this as I was putting the bigger rocks down to let it kind of plow the rocks out of the way. So that way, hopefully there's not too many rocks in the way as we start cleaning track and we start knocking rocks off. So that worked out pretty good, I think. We'll see, I guess. So the standard gauge, we'll get, you know, some kind of ballast also. But the narrow gauge, that's probably what it's gonna be, just the dirt. Let's start looking up this way. Kind of put some dirt underneath the coal chute there. That'll probably get a lot of coal around it and be dirty. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited. I might have to blend the colors in a little bit, but I think this is looking really good. Finally got all my papers off the wall, so that looks nicer. I'm not gonna stick a train up here right now. Everything's pretty wet and sticky. I, came through some brown paint real quick and just kind of hit the ties once. So at least there's something. They're not as black. And that alone actually looks, a lot better than just the black ties. So it's been a little bit longer day than normal. I've been standing a lot. So maybe I'll just sit down and look at stuff. But before, let me go show you what my dad's been working on. He's been doing hydrocal, paint and dirt and glue. So we'll go check that out. So I'm on my way over to where Dad is doing stuff, but let me explain just a couple things that will help understand the area he's working on right now. So it's kind of an operational type of thing. Look at them cliffs over there. So this is the Como area. And with this area, there's a facility to load cattle onto the narrow gauge. There actually was one in Como, very close to here, but it was actually on the left side of the tracks over here. But I don't really have a left side of the track, so it's going on the right side, but it's actually pretty close to where it was. So anyways, you can load up the free-range cattle that roam these mountains in this area out here. You can load them up here onto this train. And then this is the Romley area of our layout. And not prototypical with Romley is this dual gauge in here. But what's cool with this here is, we don't have it right now, but this siding will be another cattle yard. And you will be able to, it's dual gauge. So you can drop off your narrow gauge cows, and then you can come and pick them up with the standard gauge. So it's a transfer area. So that's how you get from the narrow gauge to the standard gauge. So that alone is a pretty good trip for the narrow gauge. But then you hop onto the standard gauge. Okay, so we were just over there where Dad is, and now we're on the other side of the room. This is an area that Jim has been working on when he's able to come over. Darn COVID. So we're actually adding in a siding here, right here, and it's going to go down this way. And this is going to be like a farm area, and there's going to be lots of cattle here. So you can bring those cows over, and you can drop them off here. We have an extra siding down there, not sure what to do with, so it could be extra for cattle cars or whatever. So this will be a cool little farm area that you can drop cows off. And the idea is that I think you'd, round up the cows from the narrow gauge, bring them over here and give them the good food, right at the end. And that's where that's done here. Then when they're nice and healthy and tasty, then you can load them back up again. And then you will go around the standard gauge layout and you will take them now to this area that my dad is working on up here. We have this siding here, have this building. Just kind of playing around with some different ideas and stuff up here. But this will be the processing plant for the cows. So it's the end point. So that gives you several things you got to do to get cows to this location. I'm thinking of setting this building up so that you can drop off cows on this siding over here, and then you can pick up the finished product on this little siding here. Also, you'll be able to back up trucks up to there and load or unload there also. So that is kind of what this area is going to be. This area has changed over the years. We were going to make it a sawmill, and then that moved somewhere else. So anyways, that's what Dad's been doing. And I didn't even know it, but of course it's got tape on it and everything. But he had built this other tunnel portal here. I had not even really seen that until today, or I just missed it. So he got hydrocal around that thing, painted, and got dirt on there and all that. So that's good. Plus some stuff down here. He's got those trucks sitting there, but and he kind of filled in behind this wall here. And he's also working on this stone retaining wall, that white one there. He's been working on that today. So we've been busy today. Look, it's Jim. He gave us a call a little bit and said, hey, I'm coming over. It's like, whoa, okay, cool.
I make a suggestion that you buy the economy pack and we do the same thing, because this thing is the best built locomotive I've ever seen.
Really?
I got this thing opened up, the engineering, the construction.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. Now, it was designed for DCC, but it was not designed for sound. But as you can tell, I've got it working.
Oh yeah, that's great.
It's got some miles on it, but it's in extremely good condition.
Is the other one UP or?
They're all UPs.
Well, UP.
This thing's a little bit
So Jim's had this locomotive at home and he's been working on it. Got sound in there and everything. So it's a KATA? It's a KATA locomotive. He said he's had it all torn apart and he's pretty impressed with it. So the story with that locomotive is it's actually one of the DC locomotives that we had. So it's now, well, converted over to DCC. So that's cool.
What car is that? This is an 89-foot POFC car, and if it makes it around, then I'm going to make up a special Santa Fe train. I don't know if it'll run on this layout. We're going to find out.
Well, that's the first curve to chest.
Yes, it is. This looks really nice. Oh, we got to get a pond up here.
Yep.
Gotta get a pond.
Yeah.
Looks really nice.
All right, so there's that. Got a lot done on the Palisades. Dad got stuff done over at the meat plant. And surprise, Jim came over. So that was really cool. His wife actually came over also, so that was neat that they both came to visit us. We ran trains, so that was fun. It was a good night, it was a good day. That's it. So you know what, subscribe if you haven't, and all that stuff. Hit the like button, smash the like button, and hit the little bell so you get notifications when new videos come out. Thanks for subscribing and all that stuff and blah, 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 blah.